This week we decided we're going to do 15 because it's really hard to get down to just 10 love songs when I have 300 something songs on my
Speak for
Spotify.
yourself, person who has a bunch of love songs that they know.
Yeah, when Kevin was just like, I got like 8, I'm like, I'm at 30. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you literally said we should do 15 instead of 10, and I was like, well, I guess I'm adding 5. I have to go find 5.
Oh God. Anyway, let's just get into it. Number 15, All That Matters by Dalton Domino.
I buy a dozen roses and a bottle of wine. I'd swim across the ocean just to make you my bride. Don't give up on me. Say you won't leave. All that matters is you're now with me. All that matters is you're now with me.
This is from his first album, I believe. It was his first full album, and it's just a great song. It's about pretty much, I don't care what's happened to you in your past. All that matters is now you're here with me. And it's just a really good song of kind of not only forgiving someone of their past if they haven't been the greatest person, but at the same time just being like, everything that's happened before you and I doesn't matter, because now it's just you and I, and we just move on. We're not looking in the past. Yep. All that matters is you and I are together, and Dalton Domino is a great artist, and we may do an episode on him one day. But
yeah, we have. Random side tangent. There's a lot of artists that I like Dalton Domino that I want to do, but they're at that not a huge collection of music yet, and so I would like to do an episode when they have more music to talk about. But they're also great, and so I want to do them. Like the other person, I don't fucking know. A lot of people. Everyone who's great.
Yeah, well, that's also the thing is, like, if we haven't done some smaller artists that someone likes, it's not because we don't like them or anything, or that we don't think they're worth talking about. Yeah. It's like there are some artists that just don't have that much music. Like, the only one we've done that has, like, almost no music is Craig Campbell. But Craig Campbell's someone who...
Or Jamie Lynn.
And Jamie Lynn Wilson. Like, they both... they have only two. Well, Jamie Lynn has one and the one Trisha's.
Yep.
And then
Another
Craig.
one's coming.
Yep. Thank God. Which we both backed.
Woo!
And then Craig Campbell has 2, but we've been listening to him for so long that we knew every song on both CDs that we're like, we could do an episode on it. But Dalton Domino, we definitely will eventually. Yep. But yeah, some artists, and that's also the thing, is the point of the podcast is there's no artist too small that we don't want to talk about.
Oh yeah, like, no. And we do have a giant list of things that we're going to get through, so eventually
we literally have like a year's worth of people planned out and everything, and starting with next week with Sam Hunt, and but anyway, number 14, When You Say Nothing at All by Keith Whitley.
The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. A touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. Now you say it best when you say nothing at all.
When I looked this up, this honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't heard this song before. Keith Whitley.
What?
Keith Whitley, honestly, is one of the artists that I've never listened to. I mean, I've heard songs by him, but he's one I don't listen to. All right, Kevin, there are hundreds of country artists. I can't know every goddamn artist who's
Keith
played.
Whitley?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Whatever. I've heard songs by him, but this isn't one that I've heard by him. You talk about it. This is on your list.
Keith Whitley. My God.
I know who Keith Whitley is. He's not one.
Apparently not.
He's just not one I've gone out of my way to listen to.
God, man. Well, Keith Whitley is amazing, and for most of you who are listening, I'm sure you're yelling at your iPod as well, saying, how the fuck do you not listen to Keith Whitley?
Whatever.
But this song is a great love song, and it's basically just about, as the title says, when you say nothing at all, because he's just saying you say it best when you say nothing at all. They're in love, and she knows what's going on with him, and can make him feel better just by smiling and just by doing any number of things without even actually saying anything, because they're just so in love and so great together and whatever.
The name of the song reminds me of that. I can't remember who they were in one of the Tales from the Tour bus episodes where the name of the song is "I miss my wife's cooking every chance I get."
I miss my wife's cooking every chance I can.
That's just
we always play 2 songs, and so we usually play one of them first. We're gonna play the other one.
Seriously, if anyone you get a 7-day free trial with Cinemax, use it just to watch Tales from the Tour Bus. We've talked about it a lot on this
it's a great
podcast,
show.
but it's so funny. But yeah, so I'm sorry that I don't listen to that much Keith Whitley. I know I've listened to him. I have songs saved by him. He's just not one I always go out of my way to listen to.
He's amazing,
and I don't know this one, so sorry. But number 13 is one I know called 321 by Brett Kissel.
It's only got 9 million streams.
321 by Brett Kissel.
I never wanted anyone or anything the way I want you, girl. I think I'm over my head. Something about you messes with my mind, and girl, I just go crazy till I get to see you again. Then it's 3, 2, 1, I'm counting down the hours till we're driving round town, parked by the water tower. Then it's 9, 10, 11, get a little time in heaven till we say goodnight, and I'm a mess until I see you again. Until I see you again.
This song is about just kind of the blast off 3-2-1 thing, and it's just about him going off to be with this girl, and then every time he has to go home, he just misses her again, and so he's just counting down the time until he can get back with the girl and be with her again. And
I had not heard this song. When I first read it, I thought it was Brett Kiesel, the former Steelers defensive lineman. I was wrong.
It is not that. What artist is it that has a country album out? He was an old hockey player. What was his name?
Hockey player?
Yeah,
John Daly's got an album out.
Oh God,
a golfer.
God,
his song is called "Hit It Hard" and it's fantastic.
No, there's an old hockey legend. He has a country CD out, and it's actually really good. I can't remember who it is though. But Brett Kissel, it's just one that I've listened to, and it's just a really good, because the difference between Kevin and my love songs is, I think more of mine were just kind of, they're corny type love songs where it's just like, it's the feeling of being in love, whereas Kevin's are more well written kind of poetic type love songs, which, I mean, it's not to shit on mine and praise his or
Steve
vice versa.
is stupid and I are smart.
But I just think, like, love songs, a lot of them don't have to be super, like, obviously well-written songs are great, but they don't have to be, because some of them are just like, this is how I feel about my wife, and I'm just going to write it.
And that's what I feel about love songs and happy songs in general as a thing, compared to sad songs. I feel like sad songs, the reason they are better is because of that.
Oh, yeah.
It's such an easy feeling when you're happy. You know, like you're happy, you could listen to anything. Because like when we talk about like drinking songs,
yeah,
drink a couple beers, listen to some absolute dog shit,
like
on
literally,
the radio, and really not give a shit at all.
If we talked about in the drinking songs episode, and we might do that again for St. Patrick's Day.
I was going to say we should.
But it's like we might just even redo that episode just because it was episode 2 and really bad. But
we'll do it again, really bad.
Yep. But like drink, even if it's like a Luke Bryan song that I don't like, if it comes on while we're drinking, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
because I'm just enjoying the party.
Exactly. And then you there's the same thing with like simple love songs. There's so many simple love songs that come out that are just, they'll have one line that is kind of clever or whatever, and then like, oh, that's good. But it's such an easy emotion to connect to. If you're happy and you're in love and you hear someone say that they're in love, you're like, happiness.
I can't remember how the phrase goes exactly, but like you can always tell what kind of mood you're in depending on how many times you hit skip.
Because and then I heard the when you're happy you hear the melody, when you're sad you listen to the lyrics.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. That makes sense, though, yeah. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, like, you can always tell if you're in a good mood, you won't hit skip on your iPod a bunch of times. But if you're in a bad mood, you're just like, I don't like this song, fuck this song, fuck this song. And, yeah, so...
Or if you're Kevin. You do that all the time.
Well, I don't think you've been in a good mood since 2012.
Probably before that.
Kevin just misses high school.
I peaked.
We both peaked. It's okay. Anyway, number 12, Right Where I Need to Be by Gary Allan.
Well, when I hear her, I can see her, I can smell her sweet perfume. I can feel her skin against me when I sleep. Where I won't miss her, I can kiss her anytime that I want to. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Wow.
This song is... This is...
I dig this song.
Well, because this is
I didn't
from...
realize it was as old as it is.
Yeah, because this is from his great... The first time I heard it was on his Greatest Hits
Yeah.
album, and
And
I
didn't
used
realize,
to binge that CD.
and I knew it from that.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know because I like Gary Allan. Been listening to him
yeah.
for a long time, but I'm not familiar enough to know all of his albums and all the shit like that.
Yeah.
So I had no idea that it was as old as it was. But I'm like, I love this song.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just it's pretty much just like I don't need to be anywhere else. I'm right with you. So
Yeah, and then
where I
he's
need
like
to be.
he's gonna go on a trip for work or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna go because I don't care. And right where I need to be is with you,
Yeah.
not on that plane, and just being excited about it. And it's like I dig it.
Yeah, it's just another one. Yeah, I mean we don't have to go into every single
It's a
one
love
too much
song.
because they're all love songs. So if you can't catch the theme or read the title, that's what this that's what this episode's about. Number 11 is Misspelled, Once in a Lifetime Girl by Mickey and the Motorcars.
'Cause you're my once in a lifetime girl, and I'm not gonna let you get away. You're my once in a lifetime girl, hand in hand until our dying day.
On Spotify, I don't know why this song is listed as One in a Lifetime.
Is it
Girl.
really?
Yeah, it's One in a Lifetime Girl. And I'm like, I know that's not, because they say Once in a Lifetime Girl in the song, so I don't know why it's spelled One in a Lifetime Girl on Spotify. But
It is certainly spelled that way.
yeah,
Wow.
it's One in a Lifetime Girl. I don't know why. But so this song, if you can't get from the
only get
title,
one.
it's a song about you're a once in a lifetime
Yeah.
girl. And
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean,
and this is by far my favorite Mickey and the Motorcar song. It's
I
so
think my
catchy.
favorite is fucking Long Enough to Leave. That's my
Ooh,
favorite.
I do, yeah. Mickey and the Motorcars was actually a band I heard in high school.
They're super underrated.
They were on. They had
forget about them
There
all the
was
time.
one song on this like mix CD that someone gave us like during some presentation in high school. It was just all these like smaller bands at the time. I mean, Mickey and the Motorcars is still not a huge band, but
Yeah.
it was just like all these smaller, and they had a Mickey and the Motorcar song on there, and I was just like, oh, this is awesome. And then I just I knew that song forever, and then once Mickey and the Motorcars came on my Discover playlist again, I was like, oh, these guys are good. And I was like, wait, I've heard them before. But yeah, this song, yeah, it's great. It's just, I mean, you'll hear the chorus in the thing, but yeah, it's so catchy. It's so happy. It's just a great song.
Yep.
Number 10, a song Kevin disagrees wholeheartedly that it's on this list, is Die Happy Man by Thomas Rhett.
If I never get to see the northern lights, or if I never get to see the Eiffel Tower at night, or if all I got is your hand in my hand, baby, I could die a happy man. Happy man, baby.
All right. I don't like Thomas, or I don't mind Thomas Rhett. I think he's probably a very nice
There
person.
it is.
I think he's a very nice person, and I'm sure his wife is lovely. But almost all of his music except 3 songs are shit. But this is one that I don't care that it's not a traditional country song. It is a great love song. He wrote it actually, so that's a surprise, but he wrote it about his wife, and it's just, even though it's funny that it's like, oh, even if I'm never rich, I'll be happy, and it's like, well, you're already rich. But.
Yeah, I mean, like, I respect the lyrics and things. I just, like, I wouldn't listen to this song.
Oh, I listen
Like,
to it
I just
a lot.
don't. I don't listen to it, and I just wouldn't.
I have 3 Thomas Rhett songs that I listen to regularly. If they I don't go out of my way to listen to them, but if they come on, I listen to them. I like Die Happy Man, Beer with Jesus, and Marry Me. I think those are all 3 good songs. I don't go out of my way for them, but I like them. But I just think Die Happy Man is a great love song, and like it's on the verge of like Baby Makin' type love song, and I don't know. I like it. Sorry.
It's all right.
But-
You're now responsible for this transition between songs and artists.
Going from someone that Kevin hates to someone Kevin tolerates. Number 9. That's the Way Love Goes by Merle Haggard.
That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music God made for all the world to sing. It's never old, it grows. Losing makes me sorry. You say, honey, now don't worry. Don't you know I love you too? And that's the way love goes.
Yeah, so Steve loves Thomas Rhett. I love Merle Haggard. I think I'm just going to leave it at that.
Solely. That's it. I don't like anyone else. Thomas
If
Rhett
this
is
is
the
your
only...
first time listening, I want you to judge the two of us purely on that.
on the fact that I don't listen to Keith Whitley.
Because
I like
doesn't
Thomas
know Keith
Rhett.
Whitley, and he likes Thomas Rhett. I am making so many fans.
Or we just lost a bunch because I trusted you, Steve.
I trusted you. You were supposed to be the chosen one. Oh, but this is a great song. I mean, it's a
This one
simple,
I did know.
It's a simple love song, just about how
Yeah.
that's the way love goes. You know, feeling great, loving each other, we're picking you up, kind of thing. And it's great. And Merle Haggard's great.
Oh, and yeah, not that it has anything to do with Merle's song. The other thing I forgot to mention before we started the list is we decided on only one song per artist, that because we didn't want to be like, well, Gary Allen has this song, this song, this song, and this song, and because we didn't want it to take over to turn into a certain artist's list. So when I was going through, I would see like Dalton Domino, I had for a little bit All That Matters and Jesus and Handbags on the list, and I decided that All That Matters is a better love song, so I went with that. But yeah, the Merle song, it's classic country, it's Merle, so
Yeah.
can't complain about that.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Merle, we're best friends with Ben Haggard, his son now, because he's liked a couple of our things on Instagram, so we're best friends now.
But Ben, if you're listening, what's up?
Want to be on our podcast? Please.
I actually saw, was it Saving Country Music's article, or someone had an article that was kind of talking, I think it was Saving Country Music, just talking about all of the music that is either confirmed or speculated for 2018. And one of the things was that
Ben Haggard's going to get a
could
CDL?
be, it was in the speculation rumor category, but that
I know
Ben
he's been-
Haggard would eventually,
I think he's been talking about
yeah,
it.
because he's been playing with Merle's band,
Yeah.
and he's been putting stuff on the internet of him like playing songs.
Yeah.
So just waiting for his actual debut album. He's got a great voice. He sounds like his old man, and I would love to hear a debut album.
Oh yeah,
by him.
Ben Haggard is incredibly talented. So if you haven't heard of him, go look at his stuff on Facebook and maybe Instagram. I don't know if he has videos up there, but definitely check out his Facebook. And he's got videos of him playing just Merle songs. He's got him playing other songs.
Yeah,
It's really good.
The YouTube video of him playing Silver Wings makes my heart hurt.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love Hag. Kevin's least favorite artist of all time is next.
You're not going to gain any fans by trying to shit talk me now. You're too deep.
But number 8, No Words by Cody Jinks.
In no words could ever say how much I need you. With you here, you make this life I lead worth living.
He is one of the greatest artists in country music right
amazing.
now, and he is one of the best of all time. He is ungodly amazing.
Yeah, he's honestly. I've thought about. I mean, I think about Cody Jinks all the time because he's amazing. But I've thought about this
Dream of
before,
Jinx.
where if he just like he would be terrible if he just stopped making music. Like it would fucking ruin my day, week, month, whatever. But he's already given me so much great music
Does he
that
have 4 or 5 albums?
he's got. Well, are we counting the one?
Not Less Wise Remodified.
Well, are we also counting the one he put out before that's only available on YouTube? Because he technically put out separate albums.
Well, 'cause he put out 2.
Well, he put Collector's Item out, and he put Cast No Stones had its own album, and it was different songs. And then he had the 4
Less Wise.
Less
and then
Wise.
I'm Not the Devil.
Less Wise, Adobe Sessions. Well, that was after 30, and then I'm Not the Devil, and then the new one, which is called Lifers.
Yeah.
But he's already given us so much great music that he could retire now, and I'd be like, yeah, still one of the greatest of all time.
No Words. It took me until, because I've listened to the song many times. I didn't realize that it is a love song. Like, obviously, I didn't think it was like a sad song or anything. I just thought it was a good song. I didn't really listen to the lyrics too much.
There are no words that
Yeah.
tell you how much I need you.
Yeah, it's just it's just, I don't know. It didn't.
He was talking to his dog.
It didn't click with me because I could tell it was like obviously a happy song, and I knew the lyrics were, there are no words to tell you how much I need you, and like I knew that, but I didn't think of it as like one that you'd use to like seduce a woman with type.
Well,
song.
I don't think it's used to seduce. I think he's just wrote it about his wife because he's married.
I use it to seduce Cody Jinks' wife.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
But no, yeah, yeah, I do love this song. But anything else about this one?
No.
We'll get to Cody Jinks in the future.
Yes.
Number 7, You (parentheses Wedding Song) by Jason Cassidy.
'Cause it was you that changed my life. You showed me right from wrong. You led me to the light. Not a moment passes and not a day goes by that I don't thank the good Lord above for what brought me here tonight.
The song, it was really funny. Just a quick side tangent before we get into it. Kevin hit me his list, and he had it written as "You, the Wedding Dress Song."
Wedding dress song.
And and I was like, I think you're thinking of our song because Kevin and I are not racist.
Oh boy.
But no, we
Not good to start
I
a
know.
sentence with that
I
disclaimer.
know. We thought of a joke song a couple of years ago that we were gonna write, and it was just gonna be called "If It Ain't White, It Ain't Right," the wedding dress song, because it's just about like, you get the joke. But
Or do you?
So I was like, Kevin, I think you're thinking of our stupid song that we made up when you're thinking of this, and you're like, nah, the wedding song, whatever.
Same shit.
But anyway, this song, I think this is the best wedding song out there. Like, there are better love songs, but I think this is like the best that refers to a wedding because it's just such a heartfelt. It has like kind of a backing orchestra to it, and it's just talking about like it was you that changed my life, and and everything is led up to this moment of seeing you in this wedding dress and like you on our wedding night, and it's just a perfect song like that he wrote about his wife, and it's just a fantastic song.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I have nothing else to add to that, but yeah, it's amazing. Number 6, Write This Down by George Strait.
Baby, write this down. Take a little note to remind you in case you didn't know. Tell yourself I love you and I don't want you to go. Write this down. Take my words and read them every day. Keep them close by, don't you let them fade away. So you'll remember what I forgot to say. Write this down.
I know we talked about it on the George Strait episode,
Yep.
but pretty much it's
Pretty simple song. It's just basically saying write down that I love you so that you don't forget.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Because I have Alzheimer's.
He says it a bunch of different ways, but that's the gist of it. Just never forget.
Yeah.
So wite it down.
Hashtag never forget.
It's the Van Wilder. Write this down.
I think you made that joke on the George Strait episode, too. Someone please confirm or deny that with us. But I'm pretty sure he made that joke on the George Strait episode, too.
Great minds think alike.
You and yourself?
Yep.
Awesome. Number 5. Number 5, That Look by Aaron Watson.
Without a single word, she takes my breath away. When she gets that look in her eyes, when she gets that want you, need to, love you, right now kind of look in her eyes. She's always looking so fine that I can't believe mine. And when those stars align, just add a little white wine and moonlight, and that girl's off the hook. When she's good, but even better when she gets that look.
We did Aaron Watson a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember if this was... I don't even know if we were making lists back then when we were doing that episode, but...
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. Actually, the other day we were talking about... I was like, did we do a Jamie Johnson episode? We need to do that. And Kevin's like, no, yeah, we did. We're getting to that point where we forgot if we did an artist or not in this podcast.
Yeah, no, I legitimately forget.
Yeah, but anyway, Aaron Watson, That Look. This is another one that's just like... I'm pretty sure when he debuted on the Opry, he was talking about how his wife's in the audience and he had to write this one for her so he would get brownie points. And it's just this perfect, like, when you get that look in your eyes, like, it, you know, it's that of, like,
Banging time.
yeah, we're about to get it on.
Banging
we about to get it on because I'm harder than a diamond in an ice storm. We're making animal noises. But yeah, it's just a great song of, yeah, you give me that look and boom, getting it on. Aaron Watson is really good at those songs. Like, you can tell he's a person who is still madly in love with his wife. Like, his songs are very just like, I love you. Like, he's another artist that I had a lot on that list of these are songs I could put on here. Like, this, Lips, I'm blanking, but I had a couple others that were on that list that I was like, oh, I could put this one on, this one. Oh, like Blame It On Those Baby Blues. Like, there's so many good love songs, but this one I felt was like the most like romantic type one of let's get it on. Type.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. So so I decided on this one for the list. But number 4, Love Your Love the Most by Eric Church.
Yes, I love good cold beer and mustard on my fries. I love a good loud honky-tonk. It rocks on Friday nights. And hell yes, I love my truck, but I want you to know, honey, I love your love the most.
This was our very first episode where Kevin
Yeah.
infamously said fuck 70 times.
So in honor of that fucking episode, I'm gonna fucking say fuck a couple fucking more fucking times. Fuck. Never forget. Fuck.
I actually went back to listen to it a little bit ago just to see.
Was it trash?
We sounded like we had we still have no idea what we're doing, but we really sounded like we had no idea what we were doing when we did the first episode. I mean, yeah.
Spoilers. We did.
We had no idea. We were just talking, and Kevin was nervous, kept dropping fucks, and I was just kind of talking like a tardo. But
Yeah.
But this song, I was genuinely surprised until you told me off mic.
Where are they?
Yeah, the security cameras I put down here. Off mic of what it meant to you. So I was like, all right, fine.
Yeah, it's a certain ex-girlfriend of mine song that we had back in the day. And so it was one of those that I always, like, if I was going to pick a song, so like it was my number one, right, on my list before we combined them. Yeah, so I had to put it on there for the sake of, well, if I'm going to put a song on this list about love songs, I should probably put the one song that I can think of that was like
that was actually
a
that
love
was
song
applicable to your
that
love
was
life.
applicable to my life. And so I did.
Yeah.
And even though there are many Eric Church songs better.
Yeah.
Because that was the other thing that kind of bugged me when I was trying to put this list together. It was like putting songs by an artist and being like, that's not even the best song. I don't want people to think that I think this is their best song.
Yeah.
But we've beating the dead horse. Everyone knows that this is just a love songs thing. So but yeah, so I figured the one time that it actually meant something.
Yeah,
as a love song.
Yeah, because there are definitely other great love songs from Eric Church, like "Man Who's Gonna Die Young," like "A Wrecking Ball," "Guys Like Me."
Yeah,
there's a lot of good love songs
great.
by.
Well, you know what's going to happen now?
What?
Going
Eric Church.
I'm going down a church rabbit hole tomorrow.
Yeah.
I already can tell.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the reason why I was like, all right, fine, because this is honestly even one of my least favorite Eric Church songs because I think it's just so laundry listy, but it is an entertaining one that it's not one I skip if it comes on. It's just definitely not one I would list in my top or go out of my way to listen
it
to.
certainly has a different meaning because of what it was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I understand. Yeah, and it's not he's like, I'm still loving my ex. Please come back. It's just
I know.
I know. It's just it applied to your life, so it makes sense that way.
That was my one moment of not being jaded, and now I'm going to go back to saying everything sucks. That's all you get.
Anyway, number 3, "Waiting on a Woman" by Brad Paisley.
And I don't guess we've been anywhere. She hasn't made us late, I swear. Sometimes she does it just 'cause she can do it. Boy, it's just a fact of life. It'll be the same with your young wife. You might as well go on and get used to it. She'll take her time, 'cause you don't mind waiting on a woman.
He was another one that I had a lot listed of like, because I could do "Come On Over Tonight," I could do "The World," I could do then I could do "We Danced," that was on your list. But "Waiting on a Woman," I think it's just kind of the best of like through the eyes of a husband, like you're gonna do a lot of waiting, but it's worth it because you're in love with this girl,
and it's just a great, like one of those classic
like stories.
The story country song where they're retelling something that's happened, and they're like getting advice for something, or so many country songs like that where a person gets advice.
Thankfully,
from
for one, it's not just a dude sitting in a bar like, "Oh, I have the perfect words for you, random man at the
let
bar.
me pick you up and take you home," and then
it's just him waiting on a bench at a mall, and some old dude sits there and he goes, "What you doing? Waiting on a woman?" Me too. Like,
I love because I love those first lines, like ever since 1962 or 52 or whatever the hell he says. I'm like, that's funny. R.I.P. Andy Griffith.
R.I.P. in peace. I remember I saw Brad Paisley right after Andy Griffith died, and he played this song, and he had just a big like R.I.P. thing up on the screen. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
But so that's probably my favorite like love song by Brad Paisley. But number 2 song that was on both of our lists is "Send Me You" by Josh Ward.
Well, I drank whiskey and I've smoked weed, been hopelessly addicted to the pain surrounding me, and I've been lonesome and I've been sold. I've done 100 miles an hour to the bottom of my soul, and I called out to Jesus as a stranger. I asked for forgiveness, and He sent me an angel.
This one, if you haven't heard Josh Ward, you're doing something wrong because he's
super under the
I know
radar.
he covered a Keith Whitley song.
He did
on one of his CDs.
Yep.
But
his latest CD, I should know what the fucking album title is off the top of my head, but
I'm blanking
slipping my mind.
Is it?
Because I think it's named after one of "Holding Me Together" is what it's called. That came out in that was 2015
already.
Wow,
Jesus,
wow.
Because I remember when that CD came out.
I know, because I was gonna say that came out and I was obsessed with it. I listened to it a bunch of times. It's fantastic. But this song, "Send
the
Me You,"
previous
is actually from an older song. I love it because it also fulfills my hopes and dreams of being an angry song to begin with, and then it wraps up nicely at the end. But he's basically talking about all the struggles and issues that he's had in the past, and he just basically broke down and asked God to send him an angel, and then the angel that was sent was you.
Yeah,
person who is in
it turns
love.
out that like you're the girl who came into my life and helped me turn things around. I'm no longer just a giant
Yep.
shit stain. Like,
Yep.
Like I asked God for help and He gave me
Yeah,
you.
and then so then he because he's got a bunch of lines that are like very self-deprecating, and then the last set of lines is all I've pulled through and I've gotten better and I'm all positives, and then it's he sent me you, and I think it's really pretty. And if you haven't been listening to Josh Ward yet, you gotta get on that.
I know we have a lot of listeners from Texas, so I'm guessing you probably have heard Josh
Probably,
Ward,
yeah.
but if you're listening and you're one of our friends from up here, or someone who's listening from up here or internationally or something, Josh Ward, listen to him.
Yes.
Number one is also, it was my number one, and it was on pretty high up on your list.
no,
It
it's
was
a
number
great
4 on your list. With You I Am by Cody Johnson.
Strong as a note, soft like leather, high as a pine and light as a feather. The same old boy, but a whole lot better. Whenever you're holding my hand, I used to poke fun at them punch-drunk lovers. I never thought I'd be that man. Oh, but with you, I am. Oh, baby, with you, I am.
I know we talked about this song a lot on the on the episode we did of Cody Johnson, and I can't remember if I was still dating the false prophet at the time or not. But anyway, but this like kind of how you had "Love Your Love the Most" was kind of your song that reminded you of. This song is a song that applied to, it was quote unquote our song. And when we broke up, you obviously, you get kind of jaded with things of like, oh, we liked this, so we hate it now. Like,
Yeah.
so I hate it now. But like this song, it's just so good that I was like, I'm not letting her ruin this song, because I've been in love with this song before that album even came out, when he premiered the song, and I was just like, this song is amazing, and I'm not letting her ruin it. And it's still such a perfect song, because it's just, you can tell he wrote it for his wife, and it's just like, I'm not this great person, but with you I feel like I am. Like, I could never, do, whatever, I can't remember.
Yeah, well, because he's
Blanking on
basically
lyrics.
saying like, I'm not Superman, but with you I feel like I am.
Yeah, like I've never been like some smooth talker,
Yeah.
but with you I am. Like, it's just this great, like, he has all the confidence in the world when he's with his wife, whereas normally he's just like, no, I'm just a normal guy, or subpar or whatever. But with you, I'm like this great, I've great, whatever. But yeah, so this is, I think it's Cody Johnson's best. I can't remember if I said it was his best song. I think I'd probably go with his best song, but it's definitely his best love song, and in my opinion, it's probably the best love song out there. As of right, actually, it wasn't my number one. It was just high up on my list. Wait,
Roasted.
oh yeah, it was just really high up on. But yeah, it's just an amazing love song. But yeah, so that's 15.
great.
We figured every year we'll probably, if we're still doing this podcast, if we don't get kicked off the internet, we'll probably do, because the only second to sad songs, country songs are the best. Like, love songs are the best country. Like, country is the best genre for the saddest songs out there and the best love songs, in my opinion. It's like Stephen Lynch. Have you ever listened to his country song? He's just like, he has. I think it's the
I
song.
feel
is-
like I have,
I think the song is actually called "Country Love Song." He's just like, country artists do it the best. So I wrote a song in like a country way, and it's just like, you're sleeping, then you farted.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a really funny one. But yeah, so. Because, I really do think that second only to sad songs, love songs are done the best in country. Like, yeah. It's,
Sure,
yeah.
Although I do have to give credit where credit's due for the entire R&B genre.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like, Boys to Men.
But for us white folk, country.
Exactly, damn it.
Like Ray Wiley Hubbard's country music is rap for white people who are afraid of black people.
Yeah.
Or was it Ray Wiley Hubbard that said that? No, it was Steve Earle.
Oh, I thought Ray Wiley Hubbard
was it Ray
saying
Wiley?
that about bro country is
Yeah,
rap.
it's
for,
rap for
rap for white people who are afraid of black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel about Upchurch the Redneck and his entire fan base.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
They're just definitely dudes that are like, we actually like black culture, but we're so racist we can't allow it. So instead,
let me wear my Confederate
yeah.
flag.
So
hoodie.
instead, I'm gonna listen to this shitty rap music and constantly talk about why white people are better.
Yeah.
Way to go!
All right, so moving on. Yeah, that's our list. If you have love songs that you like, tweet them at us. We'd love to hear, especially if it's one I've never heard before. I always like hearing these
And
songs.
tweet Steve incessantly with Keith Whitley songs.